Next one. The next question that was asked me by another client is, should you have a war chest? Right? Some others will ask me in a more other ways, like how much cash should I stand by to get ready for the next crash? Okay. So what is a war chest, right? Okay, a war chest is actually a reserve, a significant, substantial reserve of cash set aside to capitalize on opportunities as they arise. So basically, it's, when the stock market crash, you just buy more. That's the idea. So it also enables investors to avoid purchasing investment assets at the market peak. However, maintaining a war chest implies element of market timing. So yeah, implication is that you will basically you're doing market timing and you just waiting for favorable conditions to deploy your war chest, your funds. That's the idea. If you remember, just last 2 months ago, ARM, right? From the lessons learned in ARM case in August, I managed to time the market perfectly. It was a perfect market timing, right? Perfectly. But you guys who actually follow my recommendations only invested in very small amount, very small. So why do you invest in very small? And why did I recommend you so small? It's because of the uncertainty of not knowing when the investment is going to be bottom, because it can go further down, right? You also do not know how long the crisis, the crash is going to last. And then also there's a fear that you run out of cash. So that's why you don't dare to put too much. I also don't dare to recommend you too much. So even that, right? The market timing, the call was only 45% of you guys, no, 45% of you guys actually missed the opportunity. Okay, because after I recommend to you, although my staff texts you, no, my staff didn't text you. It happened at 1:30 a.m. Singapore time, right? So when I email you, it's 1:30 a.m. So most of you have slept already. But nevertheless, during the weekend, it was a Saturday and Sunday. You think about it. My PA texts you to reply me. But on Monday, you still have not made a decision. So 45% of you missed buying ARM at the perfect time. Okay, so even you have Wilfred Link giving you when to buy, Wilfred Link 100% at the right time, you still 45% missed. And there was also a very reason you need to think about it. I need to ask my spouse. I don't know. Maybe I'm distracted, family matter. So you don't even have time to think about it during that Saturday and Sunday. You have 2 full days to think about it. And then one of my clients want to transfer money but got stuck because it takes more than 1 day because he was using OCBC, right? So it takes more than 1 day to increase his limit to transfer. So he missed just 30 minutes. When I remember the Monday market open on Monday at 9:30 p.m. He missed that opening price, but he managed to transfer the money at 10 p.m. The dealer called him at 10 p.m. and transacted, but he still missed it. Okay, because the price has shoot up from its opening price, shoot all the way up. So he bought it at the worst possible price. Okay, so I'm trying to say that even if you know exactly when to buy, you still will have a high rate of failure. Okay. Now, the disadvantage of having a war chest is this, that because majority of the money is in cash. So since this cash is meant to be invested, that means the opportunity cost is actually the loss and return if it was invested. Okay. So the opportunity that you need to understand what is the opportunity cost of not investing. Okay, now, this cash I'm talking about is not your emergency cash. No, I'm talking about cash that you wanted to invest for your retirement, but you are holding on to it because you want to wait for the right time. So the opportunity cost can be illustrated in this table. That if you were to hold for long term, your opportunity cost is 9% per annum, because that is the return of the S&P 500 for the last 20 years. Okay, this is the opportunity cost. Imagine you hold for 2 years, you lost 20%. You hold for 3 years, you lost 30%. Okay, the longer you wait, the harder you get. And then when you invest, your target return is not 10% or 15%. It's probably 30%. You know what I mean? if you have missed 3 years of bull run, okay, that means you have lost opportunity of 30%, right? So your target is no longer 30% return. When you actually invest, your target is 30% plus plus plus. Okay. So this is the problem of having a war chest. So to the person who asked me this, and the implied question that many of you are asking, just waiting at the sideline, waiting for the right time, then this is my suggestion, right? So instead of having a war chest in cash, why not just invest all your war chest in ETF? Can be S&P 500 or something, or MSCI World ETF, broad market one. Because during a market crisis, right, individual stocks often drop more sharply than the broader market. So your ETF, your broad market may fall, but your stocks fall more, right? Fall even worse. So this represents an opportunity for you to sell the ETF and you purchase those that are undervalued. But because of diversification, ETF is not going to fall that much. So meanwhile, as you wait, your money continues to grow and work for you. So this is what my suggestion is regarding war chest. I can do this for you. You need to let me know, like you can transfer your money to your account, and then you let me know that this is so-called a war chest to only deploy when there's opportunity. And in the meantime, let me know, okay? Say you heard of my talk and invest in index. It can be S&P 500 or maybe even broader one like MSCI World ETF also can. Okay, MSCI World ETF, the risk is even lower because it's even more diversified. So the fluctuation during market crash is less. Not in this slide is this. Sometimes when a stock crash, it's not because of market reason. Okay, the market, there's no problem. It's the stock. Right? For example, like ASML earlier, in my earlier slide, ASML fell because its bookings for its machines fell by 50%. So it's very unique to that stock. And the ETF that you holding the broad market, nothing happens to it, right? It was just flat. So when that happens, right, yeah, you can sell the so-called ETF, the broad market ETF, and buy into the stock. So in this case, it's an ideal situation where you will not be selling any your ETF at a loss at all. Okay, this is the end of war chest. You have any other questions? Junxing asked me whether can he use oh, Darren also asked me, okay, can he use the quant fund as a war chest? The answer is no. Why? The quant multi strategy is a portfolio. Okay, it's something like a fund, but it's traded under your account. And so the time for you to sell and buy, right, is like a unit trust. Okay, it's something like unit trust. By then when the proceed comes in, right, the war is over. Right? So no, the answer is no. You cannot use the quant multi strategy as a war chest. So I suggest maybe S&P 500 or MSCI World ETF. You can even use the London-based ETF. Okay, like the S&P 500 in London also can because there's a US dollar denominated there, so there's no currency conversion when you buy a US stock. Just that for the London one, the opening you must understand that the London exchange opening hours and US exchange opening hours is not the same. So if you want to sell and buy in ETF in London, then you must make sure that the dealer gets your approval to sell in time before the London Stock Exchange closes. Okay, so that you can use the sale proceed to buy the US stock. Okay. Okay, any questions before we move on? I think we are ending soon. Okay. No question? Okay, good. Next one.